Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. It's Mr. Mott. I'm going to go through how to use the phet build an atom site and also kind of help you sort of understand what's going on. So if you're using an iPad and you want to open this up, you're going to need to copy the link and paste it into Puffin. All right. I believe it's still a Flash animation. All right. So here we go. So once you do that, then it should have a screen like this. We're going to click on the atom. Okay. Once we're in here on the right hand side, we're going to click on where it says net charge. Click this plus here, and then under mass number, we're going to click that. That's so we can see what changes as we add different parts of the atom. And then we also down here on the bottom right want to click on where it says stable, unstable. Okay. So now that we're all set, what we're going to do is start adding different parts of the atom into our model here. So you can start with whichever one you want. What you'll notice here, if I try to add a proton to these rings here, you can see it doesn't really go there. Protons are going to go in the center. That's where they're at. So it's really up to you how many protons you want to add. We only have a certain number of here, so we can keep adding some here, keep adding some here. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really matter how many you add. What you can, something that you want to notice and keep track of later on is that what do we notice has changed over here? So first of all, every time that I change the number of protons, what you should notice a few things that are changing, and so certainly the identity is changing. Okay. Also, your net charges change. These pluses kind of represent each proton as protons are the positive parts of the atom. Then we want to start adding some neutrons. So one of the things that we're going to do first is add neutrons. So you're going to add neutrons until this becomes stable. Okay. So keep doing that. I'm going to leave it unstable right now, but keep doing that until it becomes stable. The other thing is that we also, to make it neutral, so our net charge right now is +5, it's saying here, and there's 5 pluses. We need to add some electrons to change that. And so we add those electrons in, and they sort of find a home in the orbits. One thing that we're going to learn more about is why are there only 2 electrons in that first orbit. And what you'll also notice in terms of our net charge is changing. So right now our net charge is +1 because you can see on the right hand side that that each positive proton is balanced out by a negative electron. And so once we add enough electrons, once you have your protons equal to your electrons, then your net charge will be to 0. Okay. So when you're looking at and you're trying to fill out your worksheet, at the top there where it says key, but right above your data table says key, and then proton equals, neutron equals, electron equals, you want to come up with a way to represent those when you draw your picture of your atom. Okay. And so at each point, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to make a stable atom. So right now in my picture it's unstable. You want to be able to change something and make sure that you get a stable atom. Okay. You also want to make sure that the stable atom that you had has a 0 net charge. So over here on the right hand side where it says net charge, you want to make sure that that's 0. Once you have that, you can fill out your paperwork, and you'll know how many protons, neutrons, electrons you have. Your overall charge for the first one should be 0. And depending on how many protons and neutrons you added in here to make a stable atom, your mass number will change. So you're going to write down your mass number. The symbol for your element is in the top right. And then we have a couple questions for you to answer and asking you to draw picture of your atom in our paperwork. Everything sort of starts with your stable atom. Once you have your stable atom, then what you're going to do is the first thing is you're going to change some parts of the atom, either protons, neutrons, or electrons. to create an unstable atom, but it's saying to change it so that you make an unstable atom but without changing the charge or the identity. Okay, so it is important which one you change right now. Then we ask you to kind of put things back, make your stable atom again, but then make it negatively charged and then make it positively charged. Okay, so you have to pay attention to what you're adding and subtracting in there to do this the right way. Okay, so that's our build the atom, and so definitely something you're not going to want to rush through. Sort of once you make a change, really evaluate what did I change. Make sure when you change the identity, the name will change and the symbol will change. If you add something and this changes here, you know that had an impact. Also pay attention to your mass number. Okay? Thanks for watching.